Hello developers, welcome to Kotta channel. In this video, we are going to develop a chatbot which interacts with the users and provides the answers and information by itself without any human intervention. These kind of smart chatbots are helping in the e-commerce applications by providing the order status to the customers, in marketing area providing the products information to the customers which they are really interested in. So let's see the demo of the chatbot we are building now. So here is the final chatbot looks like University AI chatbot. It is going to give us the information about the university. Okay, the kind of the courses offered by the university, and if there are any infrastructure related information about the university, and all that information will be provided by this AI chatbot. Okay, let's do the chatting with this chatbot. Okay, I'm typing the message hi here. Hi there, how can I help? Okay, good. Okay, and let's type in courses. Okay, let's type in courses. So our university offers the information technology, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, and EXTC engineering. These are the courses offered by our university. Okay, and let's type in library. It has to give us the library information. There is one huge and spacious library. Timings are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And for more, visit this link. Okay, you can visit this link, so you guys can provide the links as well. Okay, and it will redirect to that page. Okay, let's type in about the events in the university. Okay, for events detail, visit this page. Okay, and university, let's type in for the contact number. Okay, contact number. So here you can contact at this number. Okay, so you guys can configure these links and these numbers and all that kind of information as well. Yeah, you can type the location as well, so it will give us the add a Google map link here as well. So you guys can have all this kind of information, and all this information can be configured as well at the backend. Okay, so this is how University AI chatbot works. So it responds to the takes the user message and it responds back with the appropriate responses. Let me type in bye, sad to see you go as well with a smiley. Okay, so this is a chatbot works. So let's go ahead and then develop this chatbot. So here is the project folder which I have created, chatbot ML, and here we have a one JSON file which says that intents JSON file. So I'm going to explain what we are going to do with this intents file. Okay, so let me open this project folder in the Visual Studio. So I have opened this project folder in the Visual Studio. So here we have the file called intents.json file. Okay, let me open this intents.json file. So this intents.json file will be having the couple of information tags inside it. So one of the tag is tag, and another one is the patterns, and another one is the responses. Okay, and similarly it follows for tag for the goodbye and patterns and responses. So what we are doing is we are segregating the each and every intent of this intents file into three parts. One is the tag which says that whether it is a greetings, or whether it is user is saying a goodbye, or whether that he's asking about the creator or developers. The intents file what I'm showing here is, so it is about the information which is going to provide about the university. Okay, and how many staff people are there, and what is the infrastructure of the university, and what is the fees related to that university, and how about the hostel facility in that university, and timings of the university. So all this kind of information that our chatbot is going to provide to the user whenever he asks from the chatbot. Okay, so here we have segregated it into three parts, right? So tags, patterns, and responses. So patterns, what we think that, so what the user might be asking. Okay, suppose if he is asking about the let's say something, he's asking about the college timings. Okay, here we have the tag called hours, and here we are expecting the patterns when the user asks about the timings about the university. Okay, timing of the college, what is the college timing, working days, when are you guys are open, what hours of operation. These are the, we are expecting that, we are anticipating that user might ask this kind of questions to know about the timings of the university. So if any of the user messages falls into this category, okay, then what we are going to do is, yeah, we are going to provide this response. College is open between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. Okay, the entire week. That is what about this intents.json file. So this intents.json file will be having the patterns, the anticipation of the what is going to be the user question, and when the user question falls into that one of the patterns, then we are going to respond it with the static responses which we have. Okay, and similarly it goes for the telephone number or contact number about the university. Okay, and you can contact at this number. Okay, you guys can provide the number here. Okay, and what are the courses provided by the university. So similar way, these are the anticipated responses questions from the user, and this is going to be the response whenever they ask about this kind of questions to the chatbot. Okay, so here we have the intents file. So intents file is having the tags. So tag says that what the particular intent is about, whether it is saying about whether they're asking about hours or courses or anything, and pattern says that the list of the messages that which are anticipating the user might ask these questions to the chatbot, and responses is going to be the response when the user asks any of those patterns falls into that patterns, then we are responding with this responses. Okay, and here we have the intents.json file. Now once we have this intents.json file, so how we are going to map and how we are going to develop the machine learning model to respond it. Okay, so what we are doing is, so here we are going to build the logistic regression machine learning model, which is going to take these patterns and the tags. Okay, so once we are going to train the model with these patterns, so whenever these patterns are being there, so we are going to anticipate that our model is going to predict that what is the tag for that pattern. So once we identify the tag of the pattern message from the user, so then what we are going to do is we are going to find out the responses for the tag, and we are going to pick one of the responses from this tag. Okay, and then we are going to display to the user. Okay, here I'm going to create a file called app.py. Okay, let's import the basic Python libraries which are required for this tutorial. Okay, first we need JSON to read this JSON file intents information, and another one is the random to pick the random responses from the list of the responses. Okay, and we have the JSON and we have the random. Now here we are going to build the logistic regression machine learning model, right? So let's import that from sklearn.linear model import logistic regression machine learning model, and here we are dealing with the text. So we are going to develop the linear model, so we have to convert this text into the numerical format, right? So for that one we are going to use the TF-ID vectorizer. Okay, from the sklearn dot feature extraction dot text input TF-ID vectorizer. Okay, so here we have imported the necessary Python libraries. So to deploy it as a web application, we might need the Streamlit. So I'm going to import that in the end. Okay, and now let's import that intents.json file in this application. Okay, for that one, intents is equals to json.load open intents.json file. This is the file, right? Okay, and once that is done, let's print this intent file. Intents. Okay, let me execute it. Yeah, it is printing the whatever the intents which are there in the file. Okay, and next what I'm going to do is, let's identify the tags and patterns in the inside the intents. Okay, for every intent in the intents, right? Okay, intents. Okay, print the intent. Only I'm printing one intent. Okay, save it and let me execute it. Yeah, it is printing the first one, greeting, patterns and responses all are coming. Okay, the first one. Okay, this one is printing. Okay, and we have to repeat it for all the things, so I'm just using the break here. Okay, so once one of the intent comes up, then we have to segregate tags and patterns. Okay, tags and patterns. Okay, let's identify them. So for that one, what I'm doing is I'm just going to create the tags and patterns empty arrays. Okay, to hold all this information. Okay, so whenever this intent comes up, okay, for intent for every pattern in intent of pattern, okay, we have to identify the patterns, right? Okay, here what I'm going to do is append that into the pattern. Okay, pattern start append of pattern. I'm just going to take that pattern. Okay, here we have first we are taking the intent. Out of that intent we are taking the pattern, each and every pattern, and we are appending it to the empty array of the patterns. Okay, similar way we have to do it for the tags as well, right? So tags dot append of intent of tag. Okay, we are going to take this tags as well. Okay, let me break it up for the one loop, okay, for the first intent, and let's see. Here I'm just going to print the tags, and similarly I'm going to print the patterns as well. So here what exactly we are doing, so we are repeating it for the intents in the every intent in the intent file, and for every intent we are going to repeat it for the pattern messages, and we are holding the patterns messages in the patterns array and tags in the tags array. Okay, let me just execute it. Control F5. There is a error for every pattern in, yeah, it should be patterns, not the pattern. Okay, let me add yes. Okay, patterns to pattern and then tags. Okay, let me clear the screen and let me re-execute it. Yeah, if you see here, the first one tags are saying the greeting tags, and the messages, hi, how are you, is anyone there, hello, good day, what's up, how are you, hey, what's up. So all this is the patterns inside this intents file for the greeting tag. Okay, so we are identifying the greetings and patterns into an arrays. Okay, that's what we are doing from the intents file. Okay, let's do it for the all the intents. Okay, I'm just repeating, deleting this break. Okay, just clearing the screen and let me execute it. Okay, we have executed it. Let's take the length of the tags and length of the patterns. Okay, how many total messages that we are anticipating. Okay, patterns. Okay, and let me clear the screen. Okay, and let me execute it. If you see here, 405 tags are there and 405 messages patterns are there. Okay, so we are good here, and we have taken the tags and patterns. Now what we have to do is we have to, the patterns are the text messages, right? So let's convert it with the help of the tf-idf vectorizer. Okay, and for that one, create a vector is equals to tf-idf vectorizer. Okay, and for that one what we are going to do is vector dot fit transform of patterns. Okay, patterns home is equals to patterns scale. This is a scale data. Okay, in my previous videos I have already explained this, what is mean by the tf-idf vectorizer. So if you are visiting for the first time in my channel, so please do refer the previous videos in my channel, so you'll be able to understand what is mean by the tf-idf vectorizer. Okay, and once this patterns are scaled, so now we have to create the model. Okay, let me call the model as bot here. Okay, bot logistic regression, and maximum iteration, let's say that 1 lakh words. Okay, it is able to take. Okay, let's fit this model bot.fit with the tags and patterns. So based upon the pattern message, it has to identify the tag. Okay, for that one, pattern scaled comma tags. Okay, our model has been fit now. Okay, so here we have created the model, and our model got trained, logistic regression model got trained, and whenever we give any pattern of the message, so it is going to identify the tag of that particular message. Okay, so let's check for one of it. Okay, one of the messages. Okay, like input message is equals to let's have that input message as hi. Okay, let's just check for hi, just copying it, pasting it. Okay, hi, and this input message to be standardized with the vector, right? Vector dot transform of input message. Okay, and we have to pass this input message to our bot model. Okay, bot dot predict of input message. Okay, home print of. Okay, now let me execute it. Okay, yeah, it's giving the greeting, so it is identifying the tag for this particular message. Okay, and let's see for the other one. Take this one, what is your name? Okay, it is your name. Okay, and try for this one. The tag for this one is name. Okay, and let me execute it. Yeah, if you see here, it is identifying the tag for this message as name. Okay, so once our model is going to predict this tag, right? So based upon the tag, we have to identify these responses and we have to print those responses, okay, back to the user. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, let me do that. And here, sorry, let me just Control Z. Instead of pattern, here we are going to use the tag. Okay, predicted tag is equals to input message of 0. Okay, we are going to apply 0. Okay, it's an array, right? So we are going to take the first one, so that is the predicted tag. Okay, now if let's copy this code and I'm going to reuse it here. Okay, intent of intents, pattern of patterns. Here, if intent of tag is equals to this predicted tag, okay, then we have to pick one of the responses, right? And the response is equals to random dot, we have to choose the random choice from, okay, from the list of the responses, right? Intent of responses, okay, and we are going to return this response back to the user. Okay, now this is fine. Here, input message, let's take it from the input. Enter user message. Okay, return response. I think my bad, I have to create a function, right? I'm just returning without a function. Okay, function shortcut and input message. Okay, and this should be like this, and here it should not be this one. Okay, let me cut it here. Okay, and let me paste it over here. Okay, once the input message comes up, I have to pass it to the shortcut input message. Okay, I have to print this one. Okay, so here we have created a function called the chatbot, and it is going to take the input message whatever the user is entering here. Okay, so once the user enters the message, our chat box is going to respond back with the responses from the intents file. Okay, let's execute it. Okay, let me copy one of it from here. Let me take, can you tell me the courses available in the university? Okay, just copying it and pasting it. Oh. Okay, and press enter. So here it is responding with the same way, right? What we thought it should be the response. Okay, our university offers information technology, computer engineering, civil engineering, and etc. engineering. Okay, so whatever the information that we want this chatbot to be responded for the message, it is responding it properly. Okay, and let's talk about the something else. Organizations, documents, floats. Okay, let's just ask this one, building size. Okay, I'm just copying it and just cutting, cancel it, coming back. Okay, Control F5, and again it is asking the user message. So building size, so it is printing that my college has two floats. Okay, so our model is working fine and it is responding whatever the responses we want it to respond. So it is responding. Okay, you can ask all these questions and it is going to respond back, so no issues. So what we have done here is, so we have imported the JSON file and random, and we have created the logistic regression machine learning model, and we have extracted the features with the help of the TF-IDF vectorizer. Here we have a file called the intents file, which will be having the static messages and static responses, and here we have the tag. Okay, so whenever user enters any messages which is to be part of this pattern, then we are going to identify the relevant document for that, relevant tag for it, and then we are going to use the tag to identify to pick one of the random responses from the list of the random responses for that particular intent. Okay, and here we are open this intents.json file, and here we have created the two empty lists, one for the tags and one for the patterns, and we have taken what are the list of the tags and patterns that are there in the intents.json file into these arrays, and here we have created the TF-IDF vectorizer to extract the features from the patterns. Okay, and we have created the logistic regression model, and we have trained that model with this pattern of messages with the tags. So once that patterns and tags are identified, so once we pass this model the message, then it is going to identify the relevant tag for it. So once the relevant tag is identified, then what we are doing is, whatever the responses are there in the tag file, so we are just taking the random response from that list of the responses. Okay, so here we have created. Now the next thing is, we have to display it as a web application, right? So for that one, what we are going to do is, we are going to make use of the Streamlit. Open the browser and type in Streamlit chatbot. Okay, to type in Streamlit chatbot in the Google, just open this build a basic LLM chat app, right, in the Streamlit. Just scroll down. Okay, yeah, this is the echo bot. Okay, so whatever we type in here, so it is going to echo. Okay, so whenever user sends a message, it is going to respond the same message. That is the echo bot. It is a sample code provided by the Streamlit. Okay, I'm just going to copy this entire code from here. Okay, don't worry guys, I'm just going to provide the link for this code. Okay, you just have to do is just copy paste it. Okay, and let me copy paste it thoroughly. Okay, copying it, and once I copy it, come back to the app.py. First import the Streamlit, import Streamlit as st. Okay, this will make us to run our application as a web application. Okay, just removing it, just pasting it. Okay, here we have the title. Here what we have to do is University AI chatbot. Okay, that's what we are building. University, it is going to provide the university information, right? Okay, University AI chatbot. Here we have the chat history. So whenever that there is a chat history, right, when users are getting connection has been lost, their internet connection has been lost, maybe when they have reloaded, so whatever the messages in that session will be there, right? So those will be coming here, and here is the user messages, what are going to be the user messages. So once that user messages are there, here if you see here is the response. Okay, here we are just echoing the prompt, whatever it is coming from the user, right? So it is just echoing. So instead of echoing, so what I'm going to do here is just going to remove this part. Okay, instead of echo, I mention it as a AI chatbot. Okay, and in addition to that, we have to pass this to the chatbot, right? So chatbot, this prompt, I'm just going to, prompt is nothing but the user message, whatever the user is typing, right? That is what the prompt here. So what we are doing is, this AI chatbot is the name of the chatbot, and here we are coming up with the response. Okay, chatbot with the prompt. So whatever the prompt user is entering, it is going into this chatbot function, and it is going to give us the response, and here we are displaying it in the Streamlit. Okay, saving it, just opening the Ctrl+F file. Okay, don't worry, you might see some errors. Let's clear the screen and run this app. Streamlit run app.py. Okay, and press enter. Okay, a tab will open in your default browser with our University AI chatbot is running. So here is the final chatbot looks like, University AI chatbot. It is going to give us the information about the university. Okay, the kind of the courses offered by the university, and if there are any infrastructure related information about the university, and all that information will be provided by this AI chatbot. Okay, let's do the chatting with this chatbot. Okay, I'm typing the message hi here. Hi there, how can I help? Okay, good. Okay, and let's type in courses. Okay, let's type in courses. So our university offers the information technology, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, and EXTC engineering. These are the courses offered by the our university. Okay, and let's type in library. It has to give us the library information. There is one huge and spacious library. Timings are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And for more, visit this link. Okay, you can visit this link, so you guys can provide the links as well. Okay, and it will redirect to that page. Okay, let's type in about the events in the university. Okay, for events detail, visit this page. Okay, and university. Let's type in for the contact number. Okay, contact number. So here you can contact at this number. Okay, so you guys can configure these links and these numbers and all that kind of information as well. You can type the location as well, so it will give us the add a Google map link here as well. So you guys can have all this kind of information, and all this information can be configured as well at the backend. Okay, so this is how university AI chatbot works. So it responds to the takes the user message and it responds back with the appropriate responses. Let me type in bye. Sad to see you go as well with a smiley. Okay, so here we have seen that we have developed the university AI chatbot, and whatever the configurations that you wanted to, or if you want to have any kind of more information which is not part of the intents file, or if you are working on any e-commerce application, you want to develop a chatbot for the e-commerce application, yes, you can go ahead and then make the changes to the intents file what have been used in this project. Okay, you guys can go ahead and then make the changes to the intents.json file, then just re-execute the code whatever you have been written, so then it will work for all applications. Okay, if you like the content in this video, please do like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video.